Dahale N Jamkhed. Student, today we are going to study about the English language and 3.1 from the 8th standard, that is the poem is Why. In this poem we meet a curious boy who always asks why, always asks the questions. I know a curious little boy who is always asking why this and why that, why then and why now, why not, why by and by. He always asks. That curious boy, first of all we meet into the first stanza, who always asks why this, why that, why then, why now, why not, why by and by. All these questions he always asks. Another stanza, he wants to know why wood should swim, why lead and marble sing, why stars should shine and wind should blow, and why we eat and drink. In the another stanza, he asks the another questions, that why wood should swim, लाकूड पाण्यावर का तरंगतं, why lead and marble sink, धातू हे का बुडतात, why stars should shine and wind should blow, why stars should shine, चांदणे का चमकतात, wind should blow, हवा का वाहते, and why we eat and drink, आपण का खातो पितो, हे प्रश्न तो विद्यार्थी आपल्याला विचारतोय. He wants to know what makes the clouds and why they cross the sky, why sinks the sun behind the hills, and why the flowers die. He wants to know what makes the clouds, who makes the clouds, and why they cross the sky, why that clouds can cross the skies, why the sun is sink behind the hills, sink means budne, why sink the sun behind the hills, what is the reason why the sun is sinks behind the hills, and why the flowers die, what is the reason when we cut the flowers and that die in some times. He wants to know why the wind should come from out of bellows nose. Yes, bellows nose means भात्याचं नाक किंवा भात्याचं तोंड. He wants to know why wind should come from out the bellows nose. What is the reason when we bellow and the air comes from the nose of that bellows. Why pop guns? Pop guns means toy gun. Why pop gun should go pop, and why the ocean ebbs and flows. The pop gun was only make the noise of a pop, and the ocean ebbs and flows. Ebbs means परत जाणे किनाऱ्यावरून परत फिरणे लाटा. Why the ocean ebbs and flows? Why the tides of the ocean comes and forward, go and back. He wants to know why fish have gills. Gills means kalle. And why boys cannot fly. He wants to know why fish have gills. What is the reason of it that the fish have gills, and why boys cannot fly. The steam comes from the kettle spout and rain falls from the sky. Kettle spout केटलीचं तोंड की ज्यातून वाफ बाहेर येते. Why steam comes from the kettle spout and rain falls from the sky? What is the reason when we put the kettle on the gas, the steam comes out from the spout, and why rain falls from the sky? What is the reason that the sky falls from the rain? He wants to know why coal should burn and not a bit of a stone, how seeds get in the apple core and marrow in the bone. He wants to know what is the reason that the seeds can go into the apple core. Apple core means सफरचंदाच्या आतमध्ये बी असणं. And marrow in the bone. Here marrow means a soft fatty substance in the cavities of a bones. He wants to know the reason of it. Why the bone marrow is into the bone and the seeds into the apple core. He wants to why all these things can done. Knows the reason about all that things. To find out the reasons of all these things, he can know. He asks the always questions why all these things can be done. Then he wants to know why I should melt, why spider eat the flies, why bees should sting, and why the yeast should make the duck to rise. Why I should melt? What is the reason of a melting of ice? And why the spider can eat the small insects like flies that look like the small insect? Why bees should sting and why the yeast should make a duck to rise? Yeast means आंबवण्याचा एक पदार्थ, duck means उंडा. The yeast should make the duck rise. When we mix that yeast into that flour, that make a duck to rise. What is the reason of all that thing? Some of his whys are not too hard to answer if you will try. Some of his questions are easy to give the answers of it when we will try. But other no one yet has found the reason why. All these questions are easier if we will try to give the answer. But we cannot find out the answer that why this child was asking the question. All the things, all that natural things, and he wants to know all about the things and always ask the questions about why and give the answers of his questions. Homework: solve the questions into your notebook.